Welcome back to Netflix Minion Movie Recap. The Life of Goku, Part 1, Dragon Ball. Son Goku, born Kakarot, is the main protagonist of the Dragon Ball metaseries. Goku is a Saiyan male originally sent to destroy Earth as an infant. However, a head injury at an early age alters his memory, ridding him of his initial destructive nature and allowing him to grow up to become one of Earth's greatest defenders. He constantly strives and trains to be the greatest warrior possible, which has kept the Earth and the universe safe from destruction many times. Background: Goku was named Kakarot at birth. In the manga, Kakarot was born on planet Vegeta 3 years before its destruction, while in the anime, Goku was born shortly before the destruction of the planet. When Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta, Goku survived as he was being sent to Earth. After landing on Earth, the young Saiyan was found in the woods by an old man named Gohan and became his adopted grandson. Grandpa Gohan names him Son Goku. Jocko, the Galactic Patrolman. Kakarot had been inside his incubation chamber for 3 years since his birth when his father Bardock and his mother Gine decided to release him. Bardock makes his decision to send Kakarot away to Earth in an attack ball since he's worried about Frieza's ambitions. Frieza destroys planet Vegeta a month after Kakarot had been sent away. Days later, after being sent to Earth, Kakarot lands on Mount Paozu. While there, he was found by an elderly man, Gohan. He takes him in and feeds the newly found alien. Kakarot is eating when he's given the name Son Goku. Between Jocko and Dragon Ball. At first, Goku was extremely violent and ill-tempered, not obeying Gohan at all. But one day, he fell down a deep ravine and hit his head, suffering severe head trauma that sent him into a coma and very nearly killed him and caused him to suffer long-term amnesia. After he woke up, he had lost all of his Saiyan aggression due to not remembering his mission, becoming a kind and mild-mannered young boy. His grandpa Gohan taught him about martial arts and told him about such things as the city and people, as they lived in a very remote place in Mount Paozu, with no communication with other people. Gohan one day discovered Goku's full moon transformation and thus told him to never look at the full moon. However, one night Goku did, and he transformed into a great ape, causing him to unknowingly kill Gohan. After his grandpa's death, Goku stayed at his home, carrying out his daily life of survival. From a young age, Goku developed the impression that his birth parents abandoned him in the mountains as a baby, leaving him for Grandpa Gohan to discover. Emperor Pilaf Saga. Goku is introduced in the Dragon Ball manga and anime at 12 years of age. Initially, he claims to be 14, but it's later clarified during the Tournament Saga that this is because Goku had trouble counting. As a young boy living in obscurity on Mount Paozu, Goku owns the Power Pole and the 4-star Dragon Ball, inheritances from his grandfather. One day after doing his daily chores, Goku is hit by a car on his way home after catching a giant fish. Having never seen a car before, he assumes it's a monster attacking him. When the driver shoots Goku with a gun, she becomes scared after seeing that it hardly does any damage and surrenders, revealing herself to be a human girl named Bulma. Goku states that he's never seen a girl before and that the only human he's seen in his life is his deceased grandfather. Goku takes Bulma to his house, where she ends up discovering his 4-star Dragon Ball. However, Goku doesn't want Bulma touching it since it's precious to him, so Bulma decides to let Goku join her on her quest to collect all 7 Dragon Balls to summon the dragon, not revealing to him that the Dragon Balls would be scattered across the Earth once they succeeded. Later that night, when camping in Bulma's capsule house, Goku is introduced to various technologies such as television, lights, and even a bath. Early the next morning, Goku is surprised when he learns a bit about the anatomy of women after he takes Bulma's underwear off while she's sleeping. Later that morning, Goku meets Turtle, whom he decides to take back to the ocean, forcing Bulma to come along. After defeating a bear thief who wants to eat the turtle, they make it to the beach where he meets his future master, the turtle hermit, Master Roshi. When the turtle hermit meets them, he rewards Goku with a flying cloud called the Flying Nimbus that only allows people of pure heart to ride it, with which Goku has no difficulty. Bulma also receives the 3-star Dragon Ball out of this in exchange for showing the old horn dog her underwear. However, she's actually nude because Goku had pulled them off the night before. 3 days later, Goku and Bulma end up in Aru village, which is under the control of an evil shapeshifter named Oolong, who kidnaps the villagers' daughters. After Goku fails to impersonate Pocahontas in an attempt to find the location of Oolong's hideout, he decides to face Oolong head-on. After chasing him outside the village, Goku manages to capture him, forcing Oolong to give the villagers back their daughters. Afterward, they're rewarded the 6-star Dragon Ball, and Oolong is forced to join Goku and Bulma on their quests. While crossing the Diablo Desert on their way to Fire Mountain, Goku fights a bandit named Yamcha, who's friends with a former classmate of Oolong named Puar. Goku and Yamcha have a duel, and Yamcha is surprised when Goku brings out his power pole, learning that he's the grandson of the legendary martial artist Gohan. After nearly losing to Yamcha's Wolf-Fang Fist due to hunger, Bulma awakens, causing Yamcha to flee due to his fear of women. Later that night, Goku and the others stay the night in Oolong's house wagon, where Goku tells Oolong about the Dragon Balls while Yamcha and Puar hide outside and listen, also learning of the mystical spheres. The next morning, Goku fights Yamcha again after he destroys the house wagon and attempts to rob them. Goku knocks out his opponent's tooth, and Yamcha, in a false display of apology, gives them a car that secretly has a tracking device for him to follow. 2 days later, the gang ends up at Fire Mountain, where Goku ends up fighting the Ox King after he attempts to kill Bulma and Oolong. After Goku summons the Flying Nimbus, the Ox King stops fighting and tells Goku that the man who gave Goku that cloud is the same master that taught him. In an effort to douse the fire surrounding the Ox King's castle at the top of the mountain, Goku is sent to retrieve the Bancho fan from Master Roshi after picking up the Ox King's daughter, Chi-Chi. When they arrive at Master Roshi's island, he tells them that he accidentally threw the fan out and decides to come there himself to put out the flames. When they get back to Fire Mountain, Master Roshi uses a technique called the Kamehameha to put out the flames, unfortunately destroying the mountain as well. Much to Master Roshi's surprise, Goku immediately imitates the wave and makes one big enough to destroy their car. While Bulma and Oolong find the Dragon Ball in the rubble, Master Roshi asks that Goku trains with him after finishing his quest for the Dragon Balls. On their way to the last Dragon Ball, they take a break at a town which is ruled by a gang known as the Rabbit Mob. While there, Goku and Bulma get into trouble with the Rabbit Mob, but Goku defeats their leader, Monster Carrot, with the help of Yamcha. When they get back on the road, they're attacked by a robot piloted by Shu, who steals 5 of their Dragon Balls. Luckily though, Goku insists on keeping his 4-star Dragon Ball with him instead of with the rest of the Dragon Balls. Yamcha gives them a lift to Pilaf's castle to get them back. However, once they arrive, they get locked in a room filled with sleeping gas where Goku's 4-star Dragon Ball is stolen. When they wake up, Emperor Pilaf summons Shenron and tries to use the wish to rule the world, but his plan is foiled when Oolong interferes and wishes for a pair of panties after getting out from a small hole made by Goku's Kamehameha. After trying to escape, the gang is placed into a special cell that will fry them when the sun comes out. Goku ends up looking at the full moon that night, causing him to turn into a great ape and destroy the cell along with the rest of Pilaf's castle. Seeing Goku out of control in the ape form, Yamcha grabs Goku's tail and has Puar turn into a pair of scissors to cut Goku's tail off, causing him to revert to his normal form. The next morning, Oolong begins to speculate that Goku isn't a human, raising the question of whether he's some kind of space alien. Declining the offer of his new friends to come with them to West City, Goku bids them goodbye to train with Roshi. While flying off on the Nimbus, Goku cheerfully says that the world is an amazing place. Tournament Saga. After finishing his quest for the Dragon Balls, Goku leaves Bulma and the others in order to train with Master Roshi. Roshi agrees to train Goku, but only if he finds him a pretty girl. After failing to bring him a decent girl, another wannabe student named Krillin arrives on the island, also wanting to train under Roshi and assists Goku. After Goku fights off some police officers while Krillin cowers behind them, they finally return with a girl with a split personality named Launch. Satisfied with Launch, Roshi then brings Goku and Krillin to his special training island to train them. They're put through very strange training that seems like it has nothing to do with martial arts, such as milk delivering to increase stamina, construction work for strength, swimming away from killer sharks, dodging bee stings, all while wearing very heavy turtle shells. After the hard work, the two develop into 2 of the most powerful fighters on Earth. The huge boulder Roshi showed the boys much earlier they could not push, they can now push, much to Roshi's surprise. After 8 months of training, Roshi brings them to Papaya Island to compete in the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament to test their training. Upon their arrival, Goku is reunited with his friends Bulma, Yamcha, Oolong, and Puar. Goku gets through the elimination rounds easily without even trying. Even he's surprised at his remarkable new power, and makes it to the main tournament. In the tournament, he's put up against a Gira named Giran in the quarterfinals. Goku struggles with the beast when he's trapped in Giran's merry-go-round gum, but his tail grows back, causing him to break free and win the match, with Giran forfeiting from being scared of the young boy's power. In the semifinals, he's put up against a warrior named Nam. Goku and Nam take the battle into the air, and each is almost knocked off the ring. Just before Goku is knocked out by Nam's cross-arm dive, Goku dodges and kicks him out of the ring. In the final round, Goku battles with defending champion Jackie Chun, really a Master Roshi in disguise. During the battle, Goku turns back into a great ape and starts destroying the stadium. Jackie Chun, who can't leave the arena because they're still fighting, destroys the moon to revert Goku to his normal form. The two continue their match, both losing their energy at a rapid rate. Goku ends up losing the match and learns that he should always continue to train because there's always people out there who are more powerful. Red Ribbon Army Saga. After coming runner-up in the World Martial Arts Tournament, Goku is told by Master Roshi that he should go out and see the world, and Goku decides that he'll use this opportunity to search for his grandfather's 4-star Dragon Ball. At the beginning of his quest, he helps save Nam's village by accompanying him to Giran's village in order to get the river flowing again. After completing this task, he decides to go skinny dipping in an oasis where he gets his dragon radar stolen by a homeless kid that sells it to an antique store in a nearby town. Once Goku gets there and gets his dragon radar back, he confronts Emperor Pilaf, who's holding the 4-star Dragon Ball. After chasing Pilaf to his flying fortress, Goku receives the ball, finding out that it's a fake. While following the radar signal, he ends up meeting back up with Chi-Chi, who had a wedding prepared for them. Goku and Chi-Chi quickly go together back to the Ox King's village to find that an organization called the Red Ribbon Army has attacked. Goku and Chi-Chi fight off the troops until they fled. Goku leaves Chi-Chi and the Ox King in a hurry to go and chase them. He ends up in a desert where he gets into Pilaf's flying fortress while the Red Ribbon Army was attacking it. After Pilaf's fortress is destroyed, Goku is caught in the explosion and wakes up in a forest where he meets a family of monkeys. After Goku finds the Dragon Ball, he battles Colonel Silver, who destroys his flying Nimbus. Goku easily defeats Silver and knocks him out with his tail. After seeing that the Dragon Ball he found was not his grandfather's 4-star Dragon Ball, he has one of the army's autopilot droids fly him to the next Dragon Ball. The plane crashes when the droid freezes, and Goku freezes, unable to move. When he awakens, he hears that the Red Ribbon Army is there as well. Goku goes to their closest base known as Muscle Tower. Once he gets in, he easily takes out 3 soldiers and then battles an android known as Major Metalotron. Goku wins the battle when Metalotron's batteries die and proceeds to the next floor where he fights the ninja Murasaki. Goku easily defeats Murasaki and humiliates him, an example when Murasaki lands on Goku's power pole. Goku proves to be a difficult match for Murasaki and even his brothers, so he resorts to releasing Android 8, otherwise known as Ader. Android 8 ends up befriending Goku instead of fighting him because he dislikes violence, allowing Goku to reach the top of the Muscle Tower. General White, the commander of the tower, resorts to having his pet monster, Bouillon, eat them. The creature gets frozen and destroyed. General White is defeated and Goku saves the Jingle Village chief while obtaining another Dragon Ball that Android 8 was hiding from the army. Goku finds out from one of the village elders that his Nimbus still works and decides to go to West City to have Bulma fix his Dragon Radar that broke. Goku arrives at Bulma's house, Capsule Corporation, and has her fix the radar. Bulma then decides to join Goku on his quest for his Dragon Ball using her new invention, the Microband. While still in the city, Goku meets back up with Yamcha, Oolong, and Puar. They decide to spend the day in the new theme park, Dreamland, where they were stalked by a thief hired by the Red Ribbon Army named Husky. After being tricked by her, she tries to get away with Goku's 2 Dragon Balls, but he captures her and gets them back. Goku and Bulma travel to the site of the next Dragon Ball, which was located at the bottom of the sea. Not having a submarine, Goku and Bulma obtain one from Master Roshi, who has Krillin join them. Under the ocean, they find a pirate cave, where they're chased by the Red Ribbon Army's strongest operative, General Blue. Goku defeated a pirate robot and a giant octopus named Octopapa, while Krillin and Bulma were being attacked by Blue. Goku arrives to save them, but Goku is stunned by General Blue's telekinesis. Goku was able to break free when a mouse scares Blue. While the cave began to collapse, Goku quickly grabbed the Dragon Ball and saved his mouse friend and barely escaped with Bulma and Krillin in an old submarine they found. When they arrive back at Kame House, General Blue arrives and uses his telekinesis to tie everyone up and seal the Dragon Balls, along with putting a bomb in the island to kill them. Luckily, Launch returned and set Goku free to get rid of the bomb and chase Blue. Goku ends up chasing General Blue to Gengoro Island, where he crashes in a strange town named Penguin Village. While there, Goku meets Arale Norimaki and the Gachans, who try to help Goku look for General Blue and the Dragon Balls. Arale introduces Goku to Taro and Akane, who seemed interested in his flying Nimbus. Goku searched through Penguin Village and asked many of the residents if they've seen General Blue. Arale takes Goku to her house to have Senbei fix his radar. While at the Norimaki house, General Blue shows up to steal Senbei's plane and fights Goku again. While using his telekinesis again on Goku, Arale surprises Goku by easily defeating him and headbutts General Blue far away. While Goku got his Dragon Balls back, he got his Dragon Radar stolen by Blue. Senbei's son Turbo uses his powers to create him a new one with parts from Senbei's plane so he can continue his quest. Goku's next location was the sacred land of Korin, where he defeats Captain Yellow and finally retrieves his 4-star Dragon Ball. There, he meets two of the land's natives, a powerful warrior named Bora and his son Upa. Seeing that their best soldiers had failed against Goku, the Red Ribbon Army turned to the world's deadliest assassin, mercenary Tao, to kill him. Tao arrives at Goku's location and murders Bora with ease. Goku then attacks him. Goku loses against Tao in the battle against the Dodon Ray, but survived because of the 4-star Dragon Ball in his shirt blocked the full force of the blast. While Tao decides to stay in town for a couple of days, Goku decides to climb Korin Tower to get the secret water of Korin. When he gets to the top, it takes Goku 3 days to snatch it from him. Goku drinks the water, yet doesn't feel any different, which Korin explained was not that the water made him stronger, but the training to try and get to it made him stronger. When Tao returns, Goku comes back and defeats him in battle by kicking one of Tao's grenades back at him, thrown after he pretended to give up. Feeling sad for Upa, who lost his father to Tao, Goku decides that he will defeat the entire Red Ribbon Army and gather the Dragon Balls to bring his father back to life. Goku travels to the main Red Ribbon Army headquarters to defeat them. While Goku's taking out several of the soldiers, Staff Officer Black kills Commander Red after learning that he just wants to be tall and not achieve world domination. Goku fights Black, who uses a battle robot. Goku kills him, defeating the entire army and gathering 6 of the Dragon Balls. When Goku leaves the base, he sees all of his friends just outside of it ready to help him. But Goku tells them that he already defeated them, greatly surprising everyone. Baba Saga. After Goku's victory against the Red Ribbon Army, he's still missing one more Dragon Ball to revive Bora, but for some reason Bulma's Dragon Radar can't locate it. Roshi tells Goku about his older sister Baba, who can find anything. Goku sets out to fortune teller Baba's palace with Yamcha, Krillin, Upa, and Puar. Baba turns out to not be so generous, forcing them to fight her 5 strongest warriors to get their request. The first 2 warriors are taken care of by Goku's friends, but Yamcha is defeated by the 3rd warrior, Bandages the Mummy. Goku, the team's last fighter, takes him out along with the 4th fighter, Spike the Devil Man, in Devil's Toilet. After that, Goku's put up against the 5th fighter, who seems very familiar to Goku and Roshi, who had joined the group as a spectator. The mysterious fighter ruthlessly whips Goku around with his tail until it simply rips off. Goku then wins the fight, and the 5th fighter is revealed to be his grandpa Gohan, who was brought back from the other world for a day. Baba reveals the Dragon Ball to be in a case Emperor Pilaf has. Goku confronts Pilaf in his new robot fused with Shu and Mai's robots and easily defeats them. With all the Dragon Balls in his power, Goku calls Shenron and revives Bora. After the wish is granted, Goku grabs the 4-star Dragon Ball before the others scatter. Goku prepares for the next World Martial Arts Tournament by going out into the world and training himself by the request of Master Roshi. Goku ends up meeting a girl named Chao and saves her village from 2 bandits known as Terror and Plague. He later stumbles stumbles into a city where he meets Chin Taiken, the master of the Chin Star School, and defeats Sky Dragon, the master of the Panther Fang School, for the title of Master of Martial Arts. Goku goes to Demon Land and saves Princess Misa from Shula with the help of Gola and Melee. Goku later chases after a monster named Inoshikacho that he later finds out is working with two martial artists named Tien Shinhan and Chiaotzu in scamming villages. Goku saves Inoshikacho when Tien and Chiaotzu betray him, and with the help of Tanman, he convinces everyone that he's good. After 3 years are up, Goku begins his travel to Papaya Island, but gets a little delayed when his new friend Konkichi gets into trouble with a gang. Tien Shinhan Saga. By the time the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament starts, Goku is 15 years old, though he still looks younger than 10. Goku's strongest opponent is Tien Shinhan, a warrior trained by Master Roshi's nemesis, Master Shen, the Crane Hermit. Like Yamcha, Puar, and Oolong before them, Tien, along with his best friend Chiaotzu, will eventually side with Goku. In the preliminaries, Goku is set up against a champion from a previous world tournament, King Chappa. Goku easily defeats him and then goes on to defeat Pampur, a famous movie star, in the quarterfinals. In the semifinals, Goku is set up against his best friend Krillin and defeats him after a fierce battle. Goku moves on to fight Tien and his Crane School style in the final round. Midway during the match, Goku is repeatedly paralyzed and pinned down after Chiaotzu and his telekinesis technique at the orders of Master Shen. After Goku is freed from Chiaotzu's telekinesis, the match continues as normal until Tien decides to use his Tri-Beam attack to destroy the stage. In midair, Goku knocks out Tien by using a Kamehameha to swiftly propel him into Tien's stomach. Falling at the same rate, Goku hits the ground first after crashing into a van, leaving Tien as the tournament winner. King Piccolo Saga. Right after the conclusion of the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, King Piccolo appears in the scene. Goku accidentally left his belongings behind, and when Krillin went to pick them up at the area, he's killed by Tambourine, one of King Piccolo's mutated sons. Goku becomes angry and chases after him through the skies, but still being fatigued from the tournament, Goku is defeated by Tambourine and his flying Nimbus is destroyed. While trying to recover in the wilderness, Goku sees a giant fish and eats it, which belonged to a samurai named Yajirobe, who has a Dragon Ball. Symbol, another one of Piccolo's sons, is sent to get the Dragon Ball, but is killed by Yajirobe with his sword. After sensing Symbol's death, Piccolo orders Tambourine to find his killer. Upon seeing Tambourine again, Goku finally destroys him. King Piccolo feels this and arrives at Goku and Yajirobe's location, Yajirobe's prairie. Soon after King Piccolo arrives, he fights Goku. Goku knocks him down a couple of times. It's then revealed that Piccolo was holding back on his power, and then he swiftly defeats Goku with a Misenko attack, causing Goku's heart to stop for a short time. Piccolo then takes the Dragon Ball Yajirobe gave to Goku. Yajirobe takes Goku to Korin Tower to help him recover. Meanwhile, Tien, Master Roshi, and Chiaotzu try to stop King Piccolo from gathering the Dragon Balls, but fail, and the latter two die in the attempt. King Piccolo calls Shenron and wishes for his youth to be restored, giving him the power he once had. King Piccolo then destroys Shenron and goes on to King Furry's palace in an attempt to rule the world. Once Goku's healed, he heads out on a quest to find the Ultra Divine Water, a sacred liquid that unleashes the drinkers' hidden powers if they have any, or kills them. Goku drinks the water and survives, then heads off to King Furry's castle where he finds King Piccolo's newest son, Drum, assaulting Tien Shinhan. Goku steps in and defeats Drum, knocking his eyeballs out with one kick, and challenges King Piccolo to a battle. Goku overpowers King Piccolo, even throwing him into the castle. King Piccolo eventually goes to full power, despite it shortening his life, but still can't defeat Goku. King Piccolo fires his signature attack, the explosive Demon Wave, at Goku, but Tien saves him by flying into the sky, but Goku's leg is broken. Towards the end of the fight, King Piccolo uses Tien as a hostage, attempting to force Goku to surrender. Goku nearly resumes the fight despite the fact that Tien will die, thinking he could revive Tien with the Dragon Balls until King Piccolo tells him that he had destroyed Shenron. This leaves Goku at King Piccolo's mercy. Goku ends up with a broken arm and 2 broken legs as a result of Piccolo's onslaught. As King Piccolo takes to the skies for his final attack, Goku, full of rage over the fact that Krillin and Master Roshi are gone forever, launches himself at King Piccolo with one arm he had left, punching a hole through his chest and killing him. Moments before King Piccolo's death, however, he manages to spit out an egg far off in the distance that contains his final son and reincarnation, Piccolo Jr., to avenge his death and spread evil across the planet. Piccolo Jr. Saga. After Goku defeats King Piccolo, he goes to Korin Tower, where Korin tells him about the lookout, and that Kami, being the one that created the Dragon Balls, may be able to revive Shenron. At Kami's lookout, Goku overcomes Mr. Popo's challenge of speed, and Kami, the Guardian of Earth, brings the Dragon Balls back by giving new life to Shenron. Using the Dragon Balls, Krillin, Chaozu, and Master Roshi are resurrected. In return, Kami asks Goku to train with him and Mr. Popo for the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament to defeat Piccolo Jr., who wants revenge on Goku for killing his father. Goku's training consists of defeating Mr. Popo, who proves to be stronger than King Piccolo, and for Goku to face a doll version of himself as a way of conquering his own self. With deep meditation, being still like a rock, but faster than lightning, Goku endures the toughest training of his life. During or after the training, Goku's tail is permanently taken off for the third and final time by Kami, who then makes a wish to the Eternal Dragon for the return of the moon. At some point during this training, Goku trained in the hyperbolic time chamber, but was unable to last more than a month in it due to its intensity. Goku returns 3 years later at the age of 18, or 19, because he spent some time in the hyperbolic time chamber, to meet up with his friends and join the tournament and show that he's grown into a young man that no one recognizes. In the preliminaries, Goku is put up against King Chappa, who wants to avenge his loss from 3 years prior, but fails again. In the quarterfinals, Goku is matched up against an unknown female fighter who seems to know who Goku is, and knows the fighting style that Master Roshi teaches. After Goku defeats her, she reveals herself to be Chi-Chi, whom Goku had unknowingly promised to marry years before, thinking marriage was a type of food. Before leaving the ring, Goku asks for her hand in marriage. In the semi-finals, Goku is put up against Tien Shinhan to settle the score from the last tournament. Goku and Tien seem to be even until Goku removes his weighted clothing and becomes much faster, winning the match and leaving him against Piccolo Jr. in the final round. Before the fight starts, Piccolo had trapped Kami inside a bottle with the evil containment wave technique and ate the bottle, putting Goku at a stalemate. If he kills Piccolo, Kami will die too. The fight goes on for a while, but when the word spreads that Piccolo Jr. is the son of King Piccolo, the crowd flees. Goku encourages Piccolo Jr. to transform into his giant form, tricking him to fly into his mouth and to retrieve the bottle Kami was in. Afterwards, the stage is destroyed as they go into full battle. Goku seems to be doing well against Piccolo, using the Meteor Combination Rush, seemingly knocking him out, but Piccolo blasts a hole in Goku's shoulder, seriously handicapping him. Piccolo then makes sure Goku has no arms or legs to use, saying he will not make the same mistake his father did, letting Goku have one free arm to kill him with in the end. As Goku is about to die, he discovers how to fly and uses that energy to avoid one of Piccolo's attacks. He then finishes Piccolo off with the last amount of energy he has left with a full-force headbutt to the chest, giving Piccolo a ring out, thus giving Goku his first and only tournament win. After Goku is declared victor, he gives Piccolo Jr. a senzu bean to keep Kami alive and give himself a good rival. After Goku defeats Piccolo Jr., he travels with Chi-Chi to the Ox King's village to prepare for their wedding. But fire erupts at the castle, trapping the Ox King inside the flames. Goku and Chi-Chi travel to find the Bancho flame that Master Roshi once threw away in order to put out the fire. When they find it, they're forced to fight Anin, a guardian of the border between the living world and the other world. Goku defeats Anin and returns with the fan, which successfully extinguishes the fire. Goku and Chi-Chi get married, concluding the original Dragon Ball series. Interlude. When Gohan was born, Goku, Chi-Chi, and Ox King were trying to think of a name for him. When they couldn't come up with a good name, Goku decided to go fishing but was yelled at by Chi-Chi and asks if Grandpa Gohan taught him any manners. All of a sudden, the baby starts to laugh and they decide to name him in honor of Goku's adoptive grandfather, Gohan. Saiyan Saga. In the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Goku is 24 years old and is still living at Mount Paozu in a newly built house near his old house with his wife Chi-Chi and their 4-year-old son Gohan. After saving Gohan from falling down a waterfall, Goku drops by the Kame house with his son to introduce him to Bulma, Master Roshi, and Krillin. All seems to be well, but suddenly, Goku senses a huge power nearby. The new threat arrives from space: Raditz, Goku's older brother. Raditz reveals to Goku his Saiyan heritage and informs him that he was originally sent to Earth to destroy the planet's inhabitants and prepare to be sold, but had forgotten about it due to his head injury as a baby. When Goku refuses to carry out his forgotten mission, Raditz delivers a single kick to Goku's ribs, knocking him down, and kidnaps Gohan, giving Goku an ultimatum. Raditz will kill Gohan unless Goku kills 100 humans within the next 24 hours, and leaves them on the beach. To defeat Raditz and save the Earth, Krillin and Master Roshi offer to help, but Goku doesn't accept their request due to the fact that if they die again, they can't be brought back since they've already been killed. Piccolo, who had been listening to Raditz's speech while hiding behind the Kame house, asks Goku to help him fight this new being, so they join forces. When Piccolo and Goku find Raditz with Gohan locked up in his space pod, Goku gives Raditz one last chance to free his son, but Raditz refuses. Goku and Piccolo both take off their weighted clothing to begin their fight. Even with their combined strength, Raditz still holds the upper hand. With the help of Gohan unleashing his inner powers to attack Raditz and weaken him, Goku and Piccolo come up with a plan to win. Goku makes the ultimate sacrifice by holding Raditz in place so Piccolo can kill him with the powerful special beam cannon, which manages to kill both Raditz and Goku. Just before he dies, however, Raditz informs Piccolo and Goku that two even more powerful Saiyans, Vegeta and Nappa, are on the way to Earth and will arrive in 1 year. With Krillin by his side, Goku dies and Kami takes him to Otherworld, where King Yenma tells Goku to take Snake Way to the planet of King Kai for additional training to defeat the Saiyans. During his journey, in Filler, he encounters and escapes Princess Snake and even manages to escape Hell after accidentally falling off Snake Way. When Goku finally makes it to King Kai's planet, he mistakes King Kai's monkey, Bubbles, for the king himself, and follows the monkey's actions until he meets the real King Kai. He's even given ridiculous challenges before he starts his training, including having to tell King Kai a joke, catching Bubbles, and smashing his pet cricket Gregory on the head with a heavy hammer. Due to the planet's higher gravity, Goku struggles with the challenges, but eventually completes them. After that, Goku masters several new techniques and increases his strength considerably. His friends on Earth manage to wish him back to life using the 7 Dragon Balls, but due to a miscalculation on King Kai's part, he forgot to take into account the time it would take to get back. He still must travel back down Snake Way, which King Kai estimates will take about 2 days at Goku's current power level in order to reach Earth and join the battle against the Saiyans, which was already underway and going badly for the Z Fighters. By the time Goku arrives, Yamcha had been killed by a Cyberman. Chaozu had self-destructed in a failed attempt to kill Nappa. Tien Shinhan had killed himself by putting all his strength into a final but futile Spirit Tri-Beam, and Piccolo had sacrificed himself to save Gohan from a powerful attack launched by Nappa, which inadvertently killed Kami as well. Goku arrives on the scene, saving Gohan with the Nimbus Cloud from Nappa's power, and when he's informed by Krillin that everybody else had died in the battle, Goku goes in a rage, powering up, surprising Vegeta with his new power.
It's over 9,000!
Much to everyone's surprise, Goku had become powerful enough to defeat Nappa without much difficulty, avoiding Nappa's attacks, and taking Nappa's ultimate, the Break Cannon, head-on without a problem. Vegeta tells Nappa to stand down, and tells Nappa to back down before he does, but he goes after Gohan and Krillin. When Nappa is about to kill Krillin and Gohan, Goku defeats him by using Kaioken Finish, but Vegeta is the one that kills him at the end. Knowing he will have to battle the more powerful Vegeta, Goku requests to move to an isolated location and Vegeta agrees. Before battling, Vegeta tries convincing Goku to join him, but Goku refuses because he's content on Earth. As the battle unfolds, they seem even. Vegeta gains the upper hand with even the Kaioken not working. Goku, in a desperate attempt, powers up to Kaioken ×3 and overpowers Vegeta, causing Vegeta to go in a rage and attempt to destroy the planet with a Gallic gun. Goku's Kaioken Kamehameha and Vegeta's Gallic Gun blasts collide, and Goku beats Vegeta in the beam struggle by going Kaioken times 4, however causing his body great pain. When Vegeta returns, he transforms into a great ape using a power ball, and Goku realizes he's the one who killed his grandfather, and apologizes for it, hoping for forgiveness. After a long battle, Vegeta is eventually defeated by Goku's Kaioken and his Spirit Bomb techniques, and the timely intervention of his remaining companions Krillin, Gohan, and Yajirobe. However, Goku had been brutally beaten to near death, with his legs getting crushed and broken by Vegeta in his great ape form. After the fight, Krillin attempts to take Vegeta's life using Yajirobe's katana, but is stopped by Goku, who convinces him to spare his life to give him a second chance at changing his evil ways, and hopes to have a rematch one day. After the battle with Vegeta, Goku is severely injured, to the extent that even the act of orderlies changing bandages was more than enough for him to undergo severe screaming fits out of agony that were loud enough for people immediately outside the ER to hear him. And Korin is out of sensu beans, so Goku has to stay behind in Wukong Hospital with Chi-Chi while Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma go to planet Namek to find the Namekian Dragon Balls in order to revive their fallen friends. Frieza Saga. After a few weeks in the hospital, Goku learns from Master Roshi that Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma have run into trouble on planet Namek, a fully healed Vegeta and the Frieza Force whose leader is more powerful than Vegeta. Thankfully, Yajirobe delivers Korin's new batch of sensu beans and gives one to Goku, which heals him completely. Goku then uses Dr. Brief's new spaceship, which he constructed from Goku's original attack ball, to travel to Namek as well. During his 6-day trip to Namek, Goku uses the ship's artificial gravity machine to train himself for his upcoming battles. He starts off at 20 times Earth's gravity, and eventually works his way up to 100 times. However, King Kai advises him to steer clear of Frieza, claiming that he's the strongest being in the universe, and that Goku would stand no chance against his evil might. Arriving on Namek, once again, Goku enters a battle already in progress, this time saving Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta, who teamed up with the others, from the assault of Raccoon, a member of Frieza's elite fighting squad, the Ginyu Force, who were called to dispose of the three. Goku heals the three of them with sensu beans and shows his new powers by defeating Raccoon with one elbow to the stomach, and then takes on Birder and Jace together. Goku fools them into thinking his power level is only 5,000, because Goku rose his power in only the instant he attacked or defended. After dodging Jace and Birder's attacks, Goku then takes out Birder, but is taken by surprise by the leader of the Force, Captain Ginyu, who has the ability to switch bodies with anyone he sees fit. After a little sparring, Goku powers up in front of Ginyu, with his power level scaring Ginyu and Jace, as it was much higher than theirs. Critically injuring himself, Captain Ginyu then swaps bodies with the more powerful Goku, but can't fully control his new body and power. Vegeta takes this chance to battle him, seriously injuring Goku's body. Goku manages to get his body back after intercepting a beam sent by Captain Ginyu to swap bodies with Vegeta. Goku's body, worn out and beaten, uses a medical machine inside Frieza's spaceship, taking several hours to heal. When he emerges, once again, it's time to join a battle in progress, where Vegeta meets his doom against Frieza. Goku hears Vegeta's tearful departure speech about the torture Frieza inflicted on Vegeta and the Saiyans, and buries Vegeta and gives his respects. In anger, he declares that he will defeat Frieza in the name of the Saiyans and Namekians he's killed. Goku and Frieza's battle begins, with Goku still having a decent amount of confidence in his abilities. Goku and Frieza start off evenly matched, but Frieza gains the upper hand after powering up to 50% of his full power. Goku's confidence transforms into frustration and fright at Frieza's power. Even with Frieza giving himself handicaps, such as not using his hands, Goku still cannot outmatch the tyrant. After Goku combines Kaioken times 20 and his Kamehameha to no effect, Frieza starts pummeling Goku, but Goku remembers his Spirit Bomb ability and decides to gather energy, leaving himself open. Piccolo, who had been resurrected and was transported to Namek to help, Gohan and Krillin attempt to distract Frieza from Goku so he can gather the energy. Finally, with all his might, Goku launches the attack, which hits a struggling Frieza and seemingly destroys him, along with a good portion of Namek in a devastating explosion. Worn out, Goku begins to laugh, along with his friends, who believe Frieza had been defeated, but even the large spirit bomb fails to kill Frieza. However, when Frieza kills Krillin and critically injures Piccolo, Goku, in anger, taps into his inner power reserves and transforms into a Super Saiyan. After ordering Gohan to escape Namek with Piccolo and Bulma, Goku battles Frieza again and, at first, easily outmatches him with his newfound power. Goku then taunts Frieza into going to 100%, saying how due to the damage sustained in his 70% form, he won't be able to hold on to his full power for long. After Frieza attempts to destroy Namek, Frieza finally goes to 100% power. At first, it seems that Frieza has outmatched Goku, but then Frieza is shocked to hear that Goku was holding back and was relieved that it wasn't his full power. As time goes on, Frieza begins to lose his stamina and his power levels drop like a stone. Goku then states he no longer wishes to fight Frieza because he says it's pointless. Goku then flies off and lets the space tyrant go. In desperation and frustration, Frieza uses his Death Saucer attack, creating 2 pink Destructo Discs and throwing them at Goku. Goku moves too quickly for the attack and maneuvers himself so that Frieza is in between him and the discs. Goku yells a warning to Frieza, but Frieza is too slow and is cut in half, losing an arm in addition to his legs. The weak tyrant begs Goku to help him. Goku, believing that Frieza doesn't deserve to be forgiven or spared, gives him some of his energy as a show of mercy. Bitter at his defeat, Frieza uses it to launch a powerful energy wave at Goku. Goku notices the blast and fires an angry Kamehameha at Frieza, defeating him. Goku then flies to Frieza's spaceship and presses buttons to try to cause the ship to fly. However, it doesn't work and Frieza's spaceship falls into the lava. Frieza Androids Interlude. Goku quickly escapes Namek using one of the Ginyu Force space pods. The pod takes Goku to planet Yardrat, which was going to be the Ginyu Force's next target. His friends, who were teleported to Earth by a wish made by the Namekian Dragon Balls, believe him to be dead. However, months later, when they attempt to revive Goku and Krillin by warping them to the check-in station, they learn that Goku is alive. When they decide to transport him back to Earth, he declines, stating that he'll return later. While on Yardrat, Goku learns a new technique called the Instant Transmission. 2 years later, Goku returns to Earth where he's confronted by Trunks, the half-Saiyan son of Vegeta and Bulma from the future. The teenage Super Saiyan had just killed both Mecha Frieza and his father King Cold a few moments before Goku's arrival. Trunks then tests Goku's Super Saiyan strength in battle by assaulting him furiously with his sword, which Goku knocks away multiple times with one finger, albeit charged with energy, claiming that he knew Trunks would not use his full power. Satisfied, Trunks gives Goku medicine for a heart virus that he will contract 1 or 2 years later, telling him to use it when he starts feeling the virus's effects. Future Trunks also warns him about 2 androids that will threaten the Earth in 3 years. Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo then spend the next 3 years training for this new threat. However, Future Trunks' visit somehow alters the onset of the virus, so it doesn't manifest during those 3 years, 6 months prior to the android's arrival. Seeing no point in using the medicine when nothing appears to be wrong with him, Goku stopped taking it. Android Saga. 3 years later, 2 androids, Dr. Gero as Android 20 and Android 19, appear and attack a city. The Z-Fighters confront them and Yamcha is first to be attacked, having been impaled by Dr. Gero's hand and having his energy stolen. However, he's saved by the use of Sensu Bean, and the Z-Fighters lead the 2 killing machines out of the city to fight. Despite being a Super Saiyan, Goku is bested by Android 19 when he begins to drastically weaken from the heart disease he was warned of, which starts manifesting itself during the fight. Like I said, Goku's an idiot. However, Vegeta, who's now a Super Saiyan as well, manages to save Goku before he can be defeated by the androids, and after toying with it for a bit, destroys Android 19 with ease, enjoying the battle greatly. Yamcha takes Goku to Chi-Chi to get the medicine that will save his life from the killer virus. Meanwhile, the rest of the Z-Fighters learn from Trunks, who has returned to help them fight the androids, that history had somehow been altered, and that the androids of his time, future Android 17 and future Android 18, had not been the ones that they were fighting. Soon after, Dr. Gero states he will unleash number 17 and number 18, and he flees from the battlefield. They try to stop Dr. Gero from activating them, but fail. However, once Dr. Gero activates 17 and 18, they are revealed to be unruly and kill him, and activate another android, Android 16, as well, who was solely created to be Goku's assassin. Cell Saga. While the Z-Fighters try and fail to stop the androids, Piccolo, who had recently fused with Kami, discovers a new threat named Cell, a large biological life form created by Dr. Gero, made with DNA taken from Goku, his allies, and foes they fought in the past. Cell was designed to absorb Androids 17 and 18 in order to achieve a perfect state, kill Goku, and conquer the cosmos. Cell hunts down the androids and absorbs Android 17, transforming into his second stage. Meanwhile, Goku heals from his sickness and takes Gohan, Vegeta, and Future Trunks to the hyperbolic time chamber at Kami's lookout to obtain a year of training in one day under heavy gravity and incredibly volatile temperatures. Vegeta and Future Trunks go in first, and while Goku and Gohan enter the time chamber next, go to find and fight Cell. While in the chamber, Goku gets to Super Saiyan 3rd grade, and Gohan believes that Goku can beat Cell with his power. However, Goku explains that his speed has decreased in that form, and the power to keep the form is too much. Goku realizes that half Saiyan hybrids like Future Trunks can turn Super Saiyan, so he trains Gohan intensely and helps him become a Super Saiyan as well. During this training, Goku notices that the potential Gohan has can easily surpass Goku's own powers, especially after Gohan managed during their training to transform into an unprecedented Super Saiyan level before losing consciousness during a training session. And that, if he cannot kill Cell, Gohan will. While Goku trains, Cell absorbs Android 18 and reaches his perfect form thanks to Vegeta's interest to fight Cell in his perfect form. Vegeta was easily defeated when he challenged Cell, as did Trunks, who failed because his new Super Saiyan 3rd grade form had too much muscle mass to hit Cell quick enough, a flaw Goku noticed in the chamber. After Goku and Gohan finish their training, Cell announces that he will be holding the Cell Games in 10 more days, in order to give a chance to anyone who wants to challenge him. For 10 days, Goku and Gohan stay on Earth to train and relax while maintaining their Super Saiyan form the entire time. Goku also uses this time to travel to New Namek to ask Dende to be the new guardian of Earth, as Piccolo had fused with Kami in an attempt to stop Cell, and the fusion had made the Dragon Balls useless. After Dende creates new Dragon Balls based on the old ones, Goku searches for those reactivated Dragon Balls in order to use them after they defeat Cell to correct everything Cell had put wrong. After 10 days had passed, the Z-Fighters head to the Cell Games. After the supposed strongest person on Earth, Mr. Satan, is easily defeated, Goku offers to be the first Z-Fighter to fight Cell, believing that he's no match for the villain in order to truly test Cell's abilities. Goku finds himself almost equally matched, but still at a disadvantage against a heavily suppressed perfect Cell in every way, and can't seem to gain the upper hand after many attempts. Even after trying the instant Kamehameha, a combination of the instant transmission and Kamehameha, which destroys perfect Cell's upper half, he watches in horror as the android regenerates easily, thanks to Piccolo's cells in his body. After getting tired and worn out, Goku decides to give up and leave the battle to Gohan, whom he's convinced has the hidden power necessary to defeat Cell. Gohan then states that Goku had been holding back, only to learn he had not, leading to the conclusion that Gohan may be stronger than Goku, who is fighting at full power. Gohan then powers up to a point where his energy eclipses even Goku's, and fights with Cell, but half-heartedly. After Gohan tells Cell that when he gets angry he gets much stronger, Cell starts to get curious and tries to force Gohan's inner powers out of him by making his children, the Cell Juniors, attack Gohan's friends and his father. All the Z-Fighters can't beat the Cell Juniors, including Goku, who is worn out from his battle with Cell. After Android 16 attempted self-destruct on Cell, who blasted him, 16 asks Mr. Satan to bring him, his remaining android head, to Gohan, and he then tries to convince Gohan that fighting is sometimes needed. When Cell destroys Android 16's head, This triggers a change in Gohan, forcing him to ascend to Super Saiyan 2, a form in which he greatly surpasses Perfect Cell even after the behemoth decides to unleash his earth-shattering full power and a furthered-up, powered-up, power-weighted form, which Gohan easily overcomes to the point of forcing him to regurgitate Android 18 because of the damage he had sustained. When a beaten Cell tries to destroy the Earth as a last resort, Goku is forced to step in with his instant transmission technique when Cell is about to trigger his self-destruction. He teleports them both to King Kai's planet where he's killed by the explosion Cell caused, along with King Kai and his pets Bubbles and Gregory. However, Cell reconstructs himself as Super Perfect Cell, a trick even Cell himself didn't know he had, and uses the recently learned instant transmission to go back to Earth. Goku then motivates Gohan from the other world to help fuel Gohan's Kamehameha wave against the reconstructed Super Perfect Cell, which, after a lengthy beam lock, successfully obliterates him. After Cell's defeat, Goku insists that he should stay dead, even though they could resurrect him, because he's attracted too many problems to Earth, like Frieza and the Red Ribbon androids. Goku decides it will be safer for Earth if he doesn't return, and Earth has Gohan to protect it if needed. Great Saiyaman Saga. During a filler portion only seen within the anime, Goku is shown on Snake Way with King Kai, Bubbles, and Gregory after the battle with Cell left the Great King without his planet. King Kai insists they head to the Grand Kai's planet to go see the Grand Kai and enter the Otherworld tournament. The winner would be trained personally by the mighty Grand Kai himself. When they arrive, they confront King Kai's rival, the West Kai, accompanied by his strongest fighter, Pikkon. Grand Kai instructs Pikkon to travel to Hell and stop Cell, Frieza, King Cold, and the Ginyu Force from causing havoc. Goku accompanies Pikkon to the fight and takes down the Ginyu Force, only to be astonished when Pikkon takes down Cell with ease, and proceeds to fell Frieza and King Cold with one blow. Upon his return to King Kai, Goku is welcomed by many of King Kai's powerful warriors, such as Olibu, who was once the hero of Earth. During the tournament, Goku easily makes his way through the tournament by defeating Caterpie of the South Kai, Arqua of the East Kai, and Maraiko of the West Kai. Goku then faces off with Pikkon in the finals. After a long fight, they're both disqualified on a technicality, but the Grand Kai allows them both to train under him. Over the next 7 years, while Goku is training in Otherworld, he achieves Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3, the latter of which boosts his power even beyond his already powerful Super Saiyan 2, but delivers an excruciating strain and immeasurable ki consumption. 7 years later, Goku is given special permission to return to Earth for 1 day to participate in the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament, which he knows Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, and his youngest son Goten will be attending. Upon his return, he meets his second son Goten, who had been born after his death in the Cell games, and Videl, Gohan's girlfriend from his high school, who is the daughter of Mr. Satan, the fraud who received the credit for saving the world from Cell. World Tournament Saga. Goku was going to be set up against Vegeta in the 6th match, finally able to settle the rivalry, but had to be postponed because Videl was beaten badly by the supposed weakling Spopovich, who, along with Yamu, is controlled by the evil wizard Babidi. While Gohan is matched up against Kibito, the assistant of Shin, who is in the tournament as well, Spopovich and Yamu both steal Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 energy. Shin and Kibito introduce themselves and about the plans of Babidi, who wishes to bring destruction and terror across the universe by bringing back his extremely evil monster puppet by the name of Majin Buu. The Z-Warriors follow Spopovich to Babidi's ship, where they're ambushed by Dabura, the powerful ruler of the Demon Realm, who kills Kibito and turns Krillin and Piccolo to stone. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Shin enter Babidi's ship, and they take turns defeating each of his minions in each of the rooms of the ship, their power leaving Shin in awe. Goku fights Yakon, who absorbs his energy, but Goku kills him by overpowering him and exploding him. While Gohan is against Dabura, Vegeta complains that he could do better. When Babidi hears that, he possesses Vegeta through the evil in his heart and turns him into Majin Vegeta, making him evil once again. They're transported back to the tournament where Vegeta blows up part of the stadium, killing many people, to force Goku into a fight. Albeit reluctantly, Goku agrees. Goku and Vegeta are both transported to a deserted landscape for them to settle their battle, while Gohan and Shin continue on to stop Babidi. Goku and Majin Vegeta have an earth-shattering battle which gives more than enough energy for Majin Buu's awakening. Although they're evenly matched at Super Saiyan 2, Goku isn't surprised Vegeta has pushed his limits in training over the past 7 years. However, Goku is horrified when Vegeta admits he allowed Babidi to take control of him so he can reawaken the evil in him and defeat Goku, who condemns Vegeta for using this as an excuse for betraying his family. Majin Buu Saga. The battle between Goku and Vegeta abruptly ends when Goku senses that Majin Buu has been released and pleads with Vegeta to help him defeat Majin Buu. Vegeta refuses to listen even when told Majin Buu will kill his family, but Goku punches him down for bluffing. In a false show of agreement, Vegeta knocks Goku out from behind while he's getting a senzu bean out of a bag. Vegeta then eats the only senzu bean left and flies off to face Majin Buu alone. Upon awakening, Goku could sense neither Vegeta nor Gohan anywhere and comes to the conclusion that they have been killed in the battle, when actually Gohan was narrowly saved by the badly injured Supreme Kai, and only Vegeta died in a vain attempt to try and eradicate Majin Buu. He heads to Kami's lookout and is healed by Dende, who confirms that Vegeta sacrificed himself in an attempt to destroy Majin Buu. After transporting everyone to the lookout, he tells the bad news to them. With the little time he has left on Earth, with the help of Piccolo, he decides to teach Trunks and Goten the fusion dance, which he learned from Metamorans while in the other world, so that they may form one immensely powerful being that might stand a chance against Majin Buu. After finding out that the Dragon Radar is still in West City and Majin Buu is about to cause more destruction, Goku decides to distract him while allowing Trunks to head into West City and retrieve the Dragon Radar before it's destroyed along with everything else in West City by Majin Buu. Otherwise, they will never be able to find the Dragon Balls. Goku teleports to Majin Buu's location and shows him and everyone, via Babidi's telepathy, the incredible power of the new Super Saiyan 3 form, whose energy could be sensed all the way to Supreme Kai's planet. Goku then engages in a fight with Majin Buu, whom he overpowers blow for blow. Amazingly, Majin Buu is still having a good time and enjoying the fight, even forcing Goku to narrowly deflect an imitated version of his own Kamehameha, which chips over a tenth of the Earth. He later states that he probably could have won, but that he wanted to leave it in the hands of Gohan, Trunks, and Goten because he won't be there forever, and that they need to have a shot at saving the universe instead of a dead fighter. Unfortunately, the action of sustaining Super Saiyan 3 to briefly fight with Buu shortens Goku's time on Earth, and he's forced to return to the Otherworld. Once Goku has returned to Otherworld, he learns that his son Gohan is not dead, but in fact training with Shin on the Kai planet, teleporting there only to just miss having his head removed by Gohan practicing with the Z-Sword. Gohan has been training with the legendary Z-Sword, and to test its strength, Shin summons a block of the densest metal in the universe, Kachin, as testing material. Goku throws the cube at Gohan, expecting the Z-Sword to slice the block in half. Instead, the sword snaps in half, and from it emerges Old Kai, who tells them that he will fully unlock Gohan's potential with a ritual. Through a crystal ball, Goku watches the fight between Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Super Buu with much anticipation, amazed that the two boys who, alone, could only access the Super Saiyan state achieved Super Saiyan 3 so quickly when fused. As Gotenks is about to finish Super Buu after a lengthy battle, he reverts to his base form and quickly defuses. Gohan, after having his hidden power released, then arrives, effortlessly thrashing Buu with his newfound powers, but Super Buu escapes by self-destructing until Goten and Trunks can fuse again an hour later, and he then absorbs Gotenks and Piccolo, gaining the upper hand. When Gohan fails due to Super Buu's stolen powers, Old Kai gives his life to Goku so that he may return to Earth to help Gohan. Goku is also given Potara earrings so that he can fuse with Gohan in order to create an unmatched warrior that would easily destroy Buu without even the need to transform according to Old Kai. When Goku arrives on the battlefield, much to the surprise of Gohan and Super Buu, he cuts Super Buu in half with a Destructo Disc and tosses one of the earrings to Gohan. Gohan misses for the grab, and Goku tells Gohan to hurry and find the earring. He stalls Super Buu, fighting as a Super Saiyan 3. After the fight, Gotenks diffuses inside Super Buu, and his power drops to almost a third of his original power. Goku states that he's not much of a threat anymore, and realizes that they can easily beat Super Buu. However, Gohan is absorbed when Super Buu catches him off guard. At this moment of despair, the newly resurrected Vegeta appears, and Goku asks him to fuse with him. Vegeta refuses, and the two briefly battle Super Buu, but fail miserably. Goku then tells Vegeta that their families and friends have been killed, and begs for Vegeta to put their differences aside so they can save the Earth. Vegeta finally agrees, and the two of the most powerful remaining Saiyans fuse to become Vegito. Vegito then easily thrashes Super Buu, even with Gohan absorbed. Super Buu tries every technique and attack he's got against the fused Saiyans, but Vegito manages to dodge all of them without much trouble. After a lengthy fight, the mighty Vegito wins easily. However, supposedly due to Vegeta's arrogance and not simply finishing Buu off, Vegito is eventually absorbed by Super Buu, with a Saiyan shield protecting him. However, it's later revealed that he chose to be absorbed on purpose because he wanted to rescue his friends and family before killing Super Buu. Inside Buu, Vegito automatically separates into the two Saiyans supposedly due to the properties of Super Buu's digestive system. While in the stomach, Goku is attacked by enzymes that quickly cover his body, making him sticky and burning him in pain. While Goku struggles to get enzymes off, a roundworm shows up. Goku is almost eaten by the roundworm until he finally blasts the enzymes off his body. After traveling through Super Buu's body, Goku and Vegeta reach Super Buu's brain, where they find Gohan, Trunks, Goten, and Piccolo, unconscious but still alive. After freeing them and having to fight Super Buu inside his own body, Vegeta decides to remove the unconscious fat Majin Buu from Super Buu. Despite pleas from Super Buu, Vegeta pulls the fat Majin Buu free, and Super Buu undergoes another transformation. Goku and Vegeta then escape from Super Buu's body with the newly rescued Z-Fighters. Super Buu then transforms back to his original form, Kid Buu. Outside, Goku rescues Mr. Satan, his dog Bee, and Dende, but fails in saving Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Piccolo before the newly transformed Kid Buu destroys the Earth in an extreme show of power. Vegeta previously stopped him from doing this with a much smaller blast that he could still take out the planet, but then charged a huge ball they could not deflect in response. Kibito Kai teleports in and saves Vegeta, Goku, Dende, and Mr. Satan by bringing them to the secret world of the Kai. After regenerating, Kid Buu sets out to find Goku and Vegeta by copying Kibito Kai's instantaneous movement technique. When Kid Buu finds them, Vegeta and Goku have a rock-paper-scissors match to see who fights first. Goku wins and fights Buu. In the anime, he starts the fight as a Super Saiyan 2, but eventually transforms into a Super Saiyan 3. When he's a Super Saiyan 3, he fights evenly with Kid Buu for a short time, taking the advantage often. However, Goku had failed to account for the strain that fighting in a living body would have on him, and soon becomes exhausted. He attempts to gather up his strength while Vegeta distracts Buu in his Super Saiyan 2 form, getting mercilessly beaten in the process. But his Super Saiyan 3 transformation drains him of his energy reserves, and he soon loses the ability to maintain the form. At Vegeta's suggestion, Goku begins gathering energy for Super Spirit Bomb that would employ all the available energies of the Earth and its occupants. He does this to have the Earth save itself for once. Using King Kai's telepathy, Vegeta speaks to the newly revived people of Earth and begs for everyone to donate power to Goku's Spirit Bomb, which they're hesitant to do. Everyone on New Namek and the other world gives energy for the Super Spirit Bomb, and possibly many other planets as well, along with Goku's close friends. Meanwhile, Fat Majin Buu, while trying to hold off Kid Buu, falls in battle, leaving a battered Vegeta to protect Goku while he forms the Super Spirit Bomb. Eventually, Mr. Satan finally convinces everyone on the newly regenerated Earth to give Goku all the energy he needs to destroy Kid Buu once and for all. With the contribution of power from Earth, Goku launches the Super Spirit Bomb. But as impossible as it seems, Kid Buu actually stops the Spirit Bomb and slowly begins to push it back at Goku. Vegeta realizes Goku used the rest of his power to gather and form the bomb and has nothing left to defeat Buu. Using the last wish from the Namekian dragon, the first two were spent restoring Earth to its normal condition and then reviving all those who died since Babidi's arrival except the evil ones, Dende wishes for Goku's full power to be restored. With his power restored, Goku powers up the Super Spirit Bomb even more, transforms into Super Saiyan, and stops Kid Buu's forward progress, and the Super Spirit Bomb comes back to Kid Buu. After several moments reflecting over the events that led to this moment, Goku makes one last wish to himself, that Kid Buu be reborn as a good being so they can fight again one day. With the blessing of Earth's residents, Goku destroys Kid Buu. After Dende heals Goku and Vegeta, they find Majin Buu still alive. Vegeta attempts to finish him off, but Goku convinces Vegeta to spare him. They're then teleported back to Earth and rejoice with their families, with Goku announcing he has come back to life again. 6 months after the defeat of Kid Buu, Goku summons Shenron to erase Majin Buu from the Earthlings' minds. Later, Goku shows up late to Bulma's party due to him watching over dinosaur eggs. God of Destruction Beerus Saga. 4 years after the defeat of Kid Buu, Goku is working as a farmer in order to gain money on Chi-Chi's demand. Sometime later, while plowing the field, Goten appears with lunch for Goku, and Goku tells Goten to work the tractor while he eats. After he finishes eating, Goku starts training in Super Saiyan. However, Goku's training distracts Goten, causing Goten to fall off the mountainside. Goku uses instant transmission to save the tractor and Goten, and explains that he needs to watch what he's doing so that he can train in case a stronger foe than Kid Buu appears. Later that day, when Mr. Satan arrives to offer Goku 100 million Zeni as a way of saying thank you for helping him defeat Buu, Goku initially declines, not understanding how large a sum 100 million Zeni actually is, and tells him to give it to Vegeta, but Mr. Satan says that the briefs are richer than he is. Goten reminds Goku that if he gave Chi-Chi all of the money, he could go train with King Kai. At Mr. Satan and Goten's recommendation, Goku accepts the offer, and after talking with Chi-Chi, transports to King Kai's planet to start training. When Goku arrives at King Kai's planet, he causes King Kai to crash into his house. After the crash, King Kai makes Goku food and starts rebuilding his house. While King Kai wasn't enjoying rebuilding his house, Goku was explaining to King Kai that he's there to train in 10 times the gravity of Earth. King Kai says to Goku that he's an important figure and the most important of all Kais, but Goku sees King Kai as a friend. Goku changes clothes to a blue and white tracksuit and starts his training. Goku hears his name in a conversation between King Kai, Old Kai, and Kibito Kai to keep Goku away from the God of Destruction Beerus. To distract Goku from the conversation, King Kai brings up how he's responsible for his death. After being successfully distracted, Goku continues his training. Goku remembers that he's missing Bulma's birthday party and gets scared of what she might do. Goku starts to notice that King Kai was acting strange and wonders why, but King Kai keeps it to himself. King Kai asks Goku to go to Bulma's party or he might lose friends, but Goku refuses. Goku fires a Kamehameha on King Kai's planet, causing his house to fall apart again. With King Kai frustrated, he slips the name Beerus and sparks Goku's interest. King Kai starts to explain to Goku Beerus' role in the universe, and this interests Goku even more. King Kai senses Beerus' ki getting closer and encourages Goku to not do anything reckless, and also tells him to hide in his house. Goku, who, having stayed hidden in King Kai's house, is still noticed when Beerus needs to speak with him. Beerus asks Goku if he's heard of the Super Saiyan God, but Goku denies. Beerus is disappointed and asks him if he was the one who defeated Frieza, and Goku claims that he did so as a Super Saiyan. Goku's power is examined by Beerus, and he says that he couldn't have beaten him unless he transformed. Goku is curious about Beerus' power and asks him to have a battle with him, which Beerus accepts. Goku immediately transforms into Super Saiyan and charges Beerus, but he shows no effort towards Goku. Goku quickly bores Beerus, making him want to leave. Goku turns Super Saiyan 2, which surprises Beerus that Goku managed to surpass his limits. They both continue to fight, but Beerus constantly dodged Goku's punches and kicks. Goku wanted to pause the battle for a moment to ask Beerus if he could fight back instead of dodging. Beerus agrees and says that he will attack back if Goku manages to show more of his power. Even after agreeing, Beerus dodges his attacks. Goku continues to throw punches, putting holes through King Kai's planet. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 3 and charges with full force, managing to get punches on Beerus. A Kamehameha was shot towards Beerus, but was blocked by his finger. Goku began to feel intimidated by Beerus and attacks him once again. He notices his hits aren't landing and that Beerus let him get hits on him. A final Kamehameha misses Beerus and goes through King Kai's planet. Beerus has enough and promptly defeats Goku with ease before taking off for Earth. With Goku lying on the ground in agony, he remarks about the comments Beerus made about the Super Saiyan God. He still wants to fight Beerus and suggests fusion with Vegeta, but still doesn't think that's enough. Goku is given a senzu bean by King Kai and recovers. Goku wants to go to Bulma's birthday party, but King Kai, Gregory, and Bubbles won't let him, so Goku decides to wait it out on King Kai's planet. After the battles of the Z-Fighters and Beerus, Beerus decides that he should destroy planet Earth. Goku intervenes before he does so and asks for time to summon the Super Saiyan God. Beerus allows this, and Goku summons Shenron to ask him if he knows about the Super Saiyan God. He tells them how to create one, proceeding to speak the procedures required to make one before disappearing. Goku, along with Vegeta, Goten, Trunks, and Gohan, attempt to channel their powers over to Goku, but they only succeed in increasing his power. Whis notes that they need 6 righteous Saiyans, and Videl soon steps up, announcing her pregnancy. They then attempt the ritual once more, this time with Videl. With 6 righteous Saiyans' powers combined, the ritual was reattempted. After a lengthy procedure, he has finally become a Super Saiyan God. Goku and Beerus both ascend into the sky. Goku is yet to get a hold on his great power and attempts a few attacks on Beerus that fail, but he slowly comes to grasp this new power. To measure his power, Goku charges a Kamehameha and launches it at Beerus, who effortlessly evades it as the blast explodes in the sea. Beerus then attacks the Saiyan, showing him the difference between them. However, Goku, while slowly getting used to his new power, manages to grab Beerus' fist, demonstrating that he can now see his moves. Beerus complements his power and proceeds to launch an energy ball at Goku, who despite struggling, is able to throw it off. Goku charges up before attacking Beerus after a successful punch that aggravates the deity. An angered Beerus attempts to fire back, but is surprised when Goku evades his fist, locking the god in his arm and then flicks him in the forehead, continuing to chop him at the neck, similar to how Beerus defeated him at King Kai's planet. Beerus comments that he didn't expect him to be the type who'd carry a grudge. Beerus then announced that henceforth, a battle between the gods will continue. Goku uses the afterimage technique to hit Beerus in the abdomen. The two fight on par, with both throwing rapid punches. Beerus decides to launch a sphere of destruction at Goku, in which he compresses the blast. The gods exchange several attacks towards each other, and Goku notices that Beerus isn't using his full power against him. Goku is blasted several times by Beerus and is blown onto the island. Goku is pounded on by the destroyer until Goku headbutts and punches him. Goku is launched into the air and is repeatedly hit until he reaches the stratosphere. Goku is immobile until Beerus tries to motivate Goku to use his full power. Beerus creates an atomic bomb and kicks it towards Earth. Goku decides to blast it with a one-handed Kamehameha, leading Beerus to create multiple and fires them. So Goku powers up a Kamehameha to blast them all. Goku is impaled through his abdomen by Beerus, which makes him think he's found the wrong warrior to fight. Goku falls down into the ocean and starts to think that he didn't know a person that strong could have existed. In that moment, his body starts to heal with the power of Super Saiyan God, and Goku launches from the ocean back to the stratosphere. Goku states that the power of Super Saiyan God is raising his power and wants to continue the battle. After an attempt to chop Goku's neck fails, they both agree to not use any cheap tricks. Goku and Beerus charge their ki and rush towards each other to clash their fists. This clash leads to shockwaves throughout the universe, of which could destroy the planets, the stars, the universe, the gods, and themselves. Goku and Beerus continue to clash even though Goku is contacted by Kibito Kai to stop. Goku and Beerus clash one last time, however it's cancelled out as Goku used the same amount of power and attacked at the same angle as Beerus. The two continue to battle until Beerus throws an atomic bomb attack at Goku, and he returns a Kamehameha. The collision of the blast caused more shockwaves, and Goku continues to surpass his limits using the Super Saiyan God's powers. Goku is struggling in the Ki clash until Beerus eventually nullifies the energy that was being exerted. Goku is told that he did so using 100% of his power. Goku and Beerus continue exchanging blows, and Goku's power has been increasing during his battle as stated by Beerus. Eventually, Goku's Super Saiyan God form expires due to having a time limit, but he still possesses the power. Goku reverts into his Super Saiyan form, but is still able to get hits on Beerus. Goku and Beerus continue fighting as they go toward Earth. Goku is struggling to keep up with Beerus even though he has the God power. As Beerus is holding out his hand, Goku charges him and punches his hand, leading them to the stratosphere again. Goku starts to fade out of his Super Saiyan form, and Beerus flicks Goku as an end to their battle. Goku, however, as he's falling toward Earth, doesn't take this as a loss and thinks of his family and friends, fueling him to continue showing off his power. Goku creates a fully powered Kamehameha, and Beerus throws an atom-like blast. The collision of these two create a sphere of destruction. Goku is struggling to counter Beerus, leading him to punch the energy sphere and destroy the blast. As a result, Goku falls towards Earth and Vegeta catches him. Goku tries to convince Beerus not to destroy the Earth. As Beerus is ready to destroy the Earth, he fires a ki blast at Bulma's ship, but misses because he falls asleep. Whis takes off with Beerus, but before he does, he thanks Goku for entertaining Beerus. Goku has a big meal and hears the news of Gohan becoming a father. Goten asks him how it felt becoming a god, and Goku responds that he didn't actually become a god and that he doesn't like it. Goku tells Vegeta that he'll become the next Super Saiyan God, but Vegeta tells him that he'll surpass him, Beerus, and the Super Saiyan God. But Goku mocks Vegeta for the My Bulma situation, and Piccolo points out that Goku had been watching the fights because he teleported to Earth. Goku says that he couldn't think of anything. And thus ends part 1 of the life of Goku.
Thank you very much for watching. We would really appreciate it if you can hit the like button and subscribe. It will help us grow our channel. We hope that you have enjoyed our recap, and be sure to subscribe so you will be notified of new videos that we have just uploaded. Cheers!